I just hate this for any family that has to go through this, because this is horrible. Horrible. There's no closure. There's no closure for this. You never get closure for this. The only thing you can do is just tell them, just keep telling them that you love them and that you miss them and that you're so sorry, because I am so sorry. And I feel like this system failed him, and I feel like I failed him in some ways. But I know in my heart I was a good mom to him. I was a good mom to him, and I tried to teach him the right ways, and he just made the wrong choices. But his wrong choices didn't have to lead to his death. It did not. He was supposed to come home and be able to help raise the rest of his kid for the rest of his life, and to be able to be with us for the rest of ours. No prison calls you to tell you, oh, your child or your loved one is okay. They call you to tell you there's something wrong with your loved one. And when the man called me, I can't even remember his name. When he called me, I just asked him not to say, please don't say it. Please just don't tell me. I can't take that right now. Just, he said, ma'am, I can give you a few minutes and call you back. And I said, please do that. And so I immediately called my husband because I couldn't breathe, and I was um, in shock. And my mom, I came directly to my mom. When my husband picked me up, I came directly to my mom and told her what happened. And then there were more phone calls and more people calling me from the prison to tell me things that were happening or that had happened, or I was getting information from inside the walls, telling me what had happened. It was it was a lot to take in. It's been a lot to take in, and I'm still finding out things um, as the puzzle gets put together. There are more, it's just more and more. And I just pray that my family gets justice for Kendrick, because Kendrick did not deserve what any of he got. He did wrong. He was serving his time for doing his wrong, and he was going to come home and he was going to be okay. And now he can't come home and be okay. I'll never get to see him. His family will never get to see him. His son will never get to see him. His friends will never get to see him. And he was loved by a lot of people. A lot of people. Not just his family, but other people. Kendrick touched other people's lives. I've had other people reach out to me from prisons that he's been in, because he's been in the system for a long time. He spent a long time the first time he went. Well, this is the second. And he he made some friends along the way, and I've had other people reach out to me from prisons where he's been, and send their condolences. And I pray for these people in prison, because these people are not treated like people. They're treated like animals, and they're segregated away from their family. I haven't talked to my son in over a year, because he was on a tier program where he lost all of his privileges, and they would not allow him to call home or write home or anything. None of that. He was not allowed to do any of that. So I was not allowed to speak to him for quite some time, or to see his face, because I couldn't visit him for quite some time because of this program. I understand my son did wrong. I understand that. I take that. And he took that. He took his punishment, and he took it like a man. But he did not deserve to die at the hands of somebody else. They did not have to put him in that cell with that man who had all of this time, who had nothing to lose, who didn't care. Maybe people didn't care about him, but Kendrick had people that cared about him. We cared about him. We love him.